have audio, right? We have audio. So let's get this thing started, okay? Okay. Welcome to the show. I apologize for the inconvenience there because I was having a hell of a monologue, and I'm sorry you missed it. Sometimes when you run a show yourself and you're not Brett Baer and you don't have a network behind you, you kind of got to make do with what you got. So anyway, welcome to the show. Let me make sure I have both of my Facebook pages on here, guys, so I can make sure to check out what you're saying on both pages, because there is much to be said about what's going on in the country with regard to violence and anarchy and bullcrap that needs to be shut down. There we go. All right, sound is perfect. Hello. Sorry, guys, I suck. Travis and Craig, good to see you. Also, Whit and Ben, and I had a bunch of people watching, but they just couldn't hear me. So, where was I had mentioned earlier that today we heard a speech from the President of the United States, and there was a clear line that was drawn in the country between the Republican and Democrat parties with regard to law enforcement. The Democrat Party has decided that it is going to side with lawlessness. It is going to side with defunding the police. It is going to side with demonizing the police. It is going to side with Black Lives Matter that says pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, which gets in police officers' faces, says for them to kill themselves. I've got tons of audio from Black Lives Matter, which is a racist, communist, anarcho-communist movement. They are Marxists, and to hell with Black Lives Matter. And I'm also going to say to hell with the NBA, to hell with Major League Baseball, to hell with the NFL. They all support Black Lives Matter. They're all going to be kneeling during the national anthem, and I'm done with all of them. Yesterday was the first day of Major League Baseball, and you know what I did? Said, screw Major League Baseball. I have no desire to listen to it on the radio, and it's a shame because I love listening to the Boys of Summer in baseball, but honestly, it's so effed up right now with this BS social justice warrior shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with people who are millionaires who play children's games for our amusement, telling us that when we go to their stadium and pay $12 for a beer and $9 for a hot dog, that we are privileged and we suck. Okay, so I'm effing done with it. All right, I am done. These are my shirt line. They got there. This is hashtag done with the NBA. We've got hashtag done with the NFL. Hashtag done with MLB is coming up. Just go to that website, tpublic.com. Look for conservatives. All right, because I'm really done, and I think a lot of people are really done with. What do you think about this? When 9/11 happened, many of you, my nephew's watching right now, you were little. But 343 first responders went into the Twin Towers and were crushed to powder trying to save other people. They didn't say, are there black people in that building? There was no thought of any sort of racism. Right now in this country, there is about 9 black people are killed, unarmed black people are killed by police. Generally, that is because they are trying to attack the police. Twice that many white people. Okay. Right now in the inner cities, in African-American neighborhoods, the murder rate is 10 times the national average black on black. Okay. I've said this time and time again. The problem is not the police, and never in any circles do they tackle the cultural issues that are wrecking the African-American community, and we're still not there. We've gone from a guy in Minneapolis who was killed by a police officer, and he should not have been killed by a police officer. And they have converted that moment. They've used it as a springboard for a bunch of crap. The wet dream of the class of 1968 with regard to overthrowing the government. And it has gone from beyond just wanting to defund the police to this communist movement in the country run by Antifa. And it is an attempt in many cities to take down the government, to go after federal buildings, and it is seditious. And it needs to be put down. And these children who've been taught this crap in college, these children who are taking part in these violent movements, need to be greeted with violence. If police officers are greeted with violence, then violence should happen. This is a war. In places like Portland, this is a war. In places like Chicago, this is a war. The other day when there were police officers ambushed in Chicago, there was a march to the supposedly a Black Lives Matter march to the Christopher Columbus statue. All of a sudden, a bunch of black umbrellas were opened and turned to the side, and people behind them put on their black Antifa garb and began hurling frozen projectiles and other projectiles at police officers. 50 officers were injured. This is a war. This is a war. And if you children want to pick a fight, if you little children who went to college and you sat there and you faculty lounge, mentally masturbated about how communism is a great form of government, it just hasn't been used correctly, despite the fact that communism and socialism left a body count of over 100 million people worldwide last century, in fact, much more than that, and still continues to rack up the body count in places like North Korea and China. And if you haven't learned from it, then go live it. Get the F out, because we're not going to become that. We support our police. Rasmussen survey, 2 out of 10 people support defunding the police in this country. And a lot of the people who do not support defunding the police, they are African Americans living in the inner city, and they don't want to live without them because they won't live without them. President of the United States sending federal officers to Chicago because Mayor Lightfoot has a foot up her ass. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is an idiot. She says she will not let federal troops terrorize the city. However, her city is being terrorized. Crime has soared in the city of Chicago with 116 murders in the last 28 days through July 19th, an increase of nearly 200%. The same sort of increase is happening in cities around the country that are run by Democrats, including New York City. But, of course, Bill de Blasio, after failing at everything, is blaming this on the coronavirus. If it's the coronavirus, then why isn't it happening in Des Moines, you ass? If it's the coronavirus, why isn't it happening in Dallas, you ass? Omaha, ass. Here's the president talking about how he's just not going to take it anymore.
This rage of violence shocks the conscience of our nation, and we will not stand by and watch it happen.
Most people do not support tearing down statues. Most people do not support defunding the police. Most people look at this violence in places like Portland and Seattle and the chop zone, and they look at it in horror and anger. Horror and anger. They do not admire it. They do not want it. And they sit at home and they let the anger well up inside them. They know that their chance is coming at the voting booth. But if that stuff comes to my neighborhood, it's going to happen before the voting booth, and I'm going to give them what for? The president.
Can't do that. Citizens of Chicago are citizens of America, and they have the same right as every other American to live in safety, dignity, and peace. No mother should ever have to cradle her dead child in her arms simply because politicians refuse to do what is necessary to secure their neighborhood and secure their city. Every American, no matter their income, their race, or their zip code, should be able to walk their city streets free from violence and free from fear. For this reason today, I am announcing that the Department of Justice will immediately surge federal law enforcement to the city of Chicago. The FBI, ATF, DEA, U.S. Marshal Service, and Homeland Security will together be sending hundreds of skilled law enforcement.
Oh, this is Trump's private army, right? That's what they're saying, the Gestapo. now Democrats are literally, they are calling the law enforcement community of this country, they're calling them the Gestapo. Not only are they saying that they want to defund police departments, but they're saying the ATF, the DEA, the Department of Homeland Security, the Gestapo.
Officers to Chicago to help drive down violent crime and murder.
That's not good. 1, 2, 3. Audio's out now. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off for tonight. We're having some audio issues. I apologize. I suck. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sucks. Okay, I'm back. This really sucks. I'm trying not to. Thanks, Keith. I think I've got it figured out here. All right, everything's good. Okay, everything's. God, this really. I hate this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Wit. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. All right. So, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do it again. Okay? All right? Everything golden? Okay? Hold on. Okay, we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Hello. Come here. This is my daughter. I've had some technical difficulties tonight, Avery. This is my daughter, Avery. Everybody, sorry. I apologize for the issues. Yeah. What did you just do? That's really cool that you painted your hand. Why'd you paint your hand? Hold on. His body's a little. Hold on a second. Here, hold on. Here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. I'm giving you a microphone. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. This is my daughter, Avery.
Can't really pin it to my shirt.
That's okay. You don't have to. Just talk into the microphone.
No, it's fine. I got it.
Avery agrees with me politically, completely.
No.
She's a complete conservative.
Mm-mm.
She believes everything I have to say. She's a big believer in me and what I say on the. She's huge. Yeah,
Not
very.
true. But do you like my little guy?
Yes, we like your little arm thingy.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like one of those voodoo dolls.
Okay.
That's why he's got pins.
Well, here's the deal. As long as you just do them with paint and never do that in ink that lasts your lifetime, which I know you won't, right? You will never get a tattoo.
Maybe something on my arm.
What? A tattoo?
Yeah, maybe on my
No.
arm.
I want you to swear you will never get a tattoo ever in a million years.
I swear I'll get a tattoo.
No, you will not get a tattoo.
I want to see first. Maybe I'll get this as a tattoo.
Dear Lord. All right, get out of here. I'm trying to do a show. Get out of here.
But I'm better at you. I'm a good host.
I'm sure you have much to say. Bye-bye. See you, kiddo. Oh, there's a new study out today about how teenagers ruin marriages. Not kidding. Way to go. Thanks. That's my daughter. Okay. All right. Now that the curtain is drawn back here. All right. Let's get back to what I was talking about. So if the Democrats think that demonizing law enforcement and supporting anarchists like Antifa and Black Lives Matter, if they think that's going to win in November, they're high. Okay. They're high. High. Here's just some of the sights and sounds of wonderful Portland. This is the Federal Courthouse, and these are these assholes trying to block law enforcement in the building. They've been trying to set fire to the building with law enforcement inside of it, and that's why every one of these little mother effers need to be shot. Could be with rubber bullets, But honestly, these people are attempting to murder the police officers inside. They have spray painted on the building their intentions to kill police officers. And as far as I am concerned, that means open season on these little seditious pricks. Children. Here's what the vice president had to say about the Portland riots.
Mr. Vice President, time for a few questions.
Okay, now Joe Biden is not answering questions. What he does is he is immediately hustled off the stage, and he apparently gets an extra Jell-O at the assisted care facility when he does well. So that's what he was off. He's like, I'm off. I'm out of here. I'm going to get my Jell-O. So Jell-O. Did you see what happened with Kayleigh McEnany? There was this Al Jazeera reporter, Kimberly Halkett, asked Kayleigh McEnany about the potential Russian interference with the upcoming election because the Democrats can't let it go because there was never any Russian collusion, and they had that lie going forever. There was a little tense back and forth, and then Halkett called Kayleigh McEnany in the White House briefing room, which should ban her from the White House briefing room forever. She's saying you don't want to engage, but she actually said you're a lying bitch. And I have the tape, even slowed down, actually, thanks to the UK Daily Mail.
Questions about mass mail-out voting. And I know you don't want to hear them, which is why you talk over me. But I encourage you to read the op-ed. Yeah. I've done one question more than your colleagues.
Okay, you're a lying bitch. Okay, you're a lying bitch. That's what she said. Now in slow motion. Yeah, she did not say
mass mail-out voting. And I know you don't want to hear them, which is why you talk over me. But I encourage you to read the op-ed. I've done one question more than your colleagues.
Okay, that's okay, you're a lying bitch, not okay, you don't want to engage. Okay, bitch, you're out of the briefing. Okay? You don't play that in the White House at a press briefing. That is distasteful. It is awful. It is uncouth. Although I really wouldn't expect anything different from Al Jazeera. She's been at Al Jazeera for a number of years, by the way. Mm-hmm. Andrew Cuomo says people are actually fleeing to New York City. They're coming to New York City because, New York City now is apparently a safe haven for people with coronavirus. There's the curve has been flattened and has gone down apparently.
The problem is you have it increasing now in 40 states across the nation. How do you keep the virus in 40 states?
And the reason why in New York that there aren't more people dying is because Cuomo's already killed them all.
States coming from New York.
All the vulnerable people of the 6,000 plus people who died in nursing homes because he allowed COVID positive patients to go there. All the people who are, with the comorbidities have been killed.
We now have people coming to New York, fleeing the other states because it's the quote-unquote safe state. So we have people coming here just for the purpose of fleeing the virus.
Yeah, they want to come there for the high taxes and the no Broadway shows, and everything's closed down. And by the way, New York City is an absolute shithole right now. I mean, really bad. 73 shootings in the last month, and that's up 358%. So people want to go to New York because, people have been so terrified of the coronavirus. They think, hey, if I can just get shot, I mean, that's a piece of cake compared to coronavirus, right? I mean, coronavirus is terrible and everybody's going to die. Hello, Joyce and Whit and Dave. So glad to have you on the show and watching the show because the audio's working finally. Oh, Occupy New York, which was apparently near the city hall, was taken down. It was a filthy, stinky Occupy Chaz Chop piece of crap, and finally the mayor did something about it.
Well, John, Vanessa, good morning to you both. It was just yesterday during Mayor de Blasio's press conference that the question was raised, how much longer is this encampment going to be allowed to go on? And this morning at about 4 o'clock, this morning,
look at all the destruction, the graffiti, the crap.
We received an answer as the NYPD moved in, and what you see now is what...
Probably lots of feces and urine around there, lots of needles.
The left of that area at City Hall Park.
Ron says, screw New York. Me too, brother. I agree with you.
Police still there. You see maintenance crews now moving in. We're being told by DCPI that 7 are in custody. They have not yet been charged. But again, this all began at about 4 o'clock this morning. We actually had the ramps to the Brooklyn Bridge shut down for a time. All of that is now open, so the activity is there at the park, at City Hall Park.
All right, so they got rid of that encampment. It only took about a month. It only took 2 months to have it happen in Seattle. We haven't heard anything from Seattle lately, have we? Because it's all focused on Portland and the violence there, where people need to be rounded up, ladies and gentlemen, thrown in jail. Drive-by shooting last night in front of a funeral home. 14 people were shot. 14 people were shot and injured in the drive-by shooting. Here's the footage of the drive-by shooting. It's kind of interesting because I think you almost kind of have to the efficiency of the operation here, because now gang members and thugs and people like that, they're actually shooting people at the funeral home, so you're kind of eliminating the middleman. It's like you don't have to transport people to the funeral home. We can shoot them right here. Just shoot them at the funeral home. Apparently, people at the funeral had guns, and they began firing back. What a wonderful bunch of people. You just want to have them over to your house for dinner and watch them burn it down. So this idiot is shooting out of he said apparently there were like 14 people shot. Nobody died, so thank God the guy was a terrible shot. It looks like, 12 people were shot over and murdered in Chicago over the weekend. 63 shot altogether. That was a slow weekend in Chicago. And yet Lori Lightfoot still thinks there's not a crisis there, and that the federal agents going in to stop the crime from happening will terrorize people. Did you hear the terror there? Just saying. I'm not going to do that one. Oh, this was pretty funny. So these idiot children who are a violent mob, and I've always said about Antifa and Black Lives Matter that they are the children of the parents who needed to have a non-candy checkout. And the reason being is there's a non-candy checkout at the grocery store because some parents don't know how to say no. And their children start pitching a fit and embarrassing them. And so the temptation is taken away, apparently. Now, when I was a kid, I'd say to my mom, and most of the time I'd say, can I get a Snicker bar? Can I get a candy bar? She'd go, oh, no. But I go, no. There's no pitching a fit. There was no lying down. There was no crying. There was screaming. None of that, which I do see at grocery stores now. That's what I think. So here they are. They're trying to set up some sort of a, I guess, defensive or offensive line. Watch these idiots. They're trying to line up at some sort of military formation, but check out the gear they're using. First of all, it's laughable. Anybody who's had any military experience, and I have not, you've got to chuckle at this. And of course, they're playing Rage Against the Machine, which is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it is a generational appropriation. That is from my generation. It is Generation X. You've got these millennials playing Rage Against the Machine, which is, by the way, I mean, a cliche. It's a cliche at something like this. You're playing Rage Against the Machine at a protest. It's like going to a John Mayer concert and wearing the T-shirt, John Mayer T-shirt. It's kind of like this. It's just honestly, it's really Rage Against the Machine at a protest. I mean, I'm rolling my eyes here, kid. Okay, look at the idiot there with the, I don't know what the hell that is, a piece of cardboard with the hammer and sickle. Again, go living in effing China, you little POS. Then you've got some sort of, I guess, flotation toy for a swimming pool there on the right, a bunch of those taped together. Look at that. There's flotation. There's those noodles. There's swimming pool noodles. That's what they're using. That's what they're using as a shield. That is fantastic. Oh, and then there's some Mary Poppins has got a black umbrella there. You know, got a black umbrella. That's going to do you some good. Okay. Now listen. I think they've got some guy who goes in charge there and yelling commands. They don't know what sort of command to use. Those hold here, hold here, hold here. Over here. Got my swimming pool toy. Got my inflatable unicorn, and we're ready to go. I think as they were trying to impersonate this movie. Yeah, Braveheart didn't use pool toys. They didn't use pool toys. Can you believe they do? Honey, wait, listen. Mom, hey, Mom, do we got something I can use to make a shield? Because, I think we got some. Pool toys. Maybe those noodles. You can tape those styrofoam noodles together and head down to the protest and try to wreck stuff. Sound good? Okay. Want some juice boxes? Take those with you? All right. Oh, there was a group of Portland moms supposedly there a couple nights ago. The moms came out. The dads weren't there because the dads are sitting at home going, I told you we've sort of spanked them when they were children. Anyway, this group of Portland moms, I want you to look at the age of these people because they are the same people who were dressed as Antifa the day before, but suddenly they're wearing yellow shirts, and they're Portland moms. I'm scared. They just repeat everything. This is when they have a peace sign there after they wreck the courthouse. Mass incarceration is the new Jim Crow. Okay, whatever. Yeah. I got to show you this sign. This is pretty funny. This is a mom sign. Let me see if I've got it here. I thought I loaded it. Mom sign. Where's the mom sign? Mom sign. Let me see. I had it here. Hold on. Let me see where it is. Oh, yes, here it is. Mom, Portland. What's this? Here's the sign this might be a mom, actually, because it says, please go home. And then on the other one, it says, I am so disappointed. That's what a mom would say. Mom would say, I am so disappointed right now. I am asking you, police officers, I'm so disappointed in you. I want you, please go home. I am just disappointed in what you're doing there. That's what my mom would, that might actually be a mom. I think that's a mom. If I were a mom of one of those children, I'd be a little embarrassed. I would be a little embarrassed. Okay. Oh, this moron. Earl Blumenthaler, he says that Portland is not out of control. He's an Oregon representative. It's not out of control. There are just a lot of people there who have some very strong feelings.
Portland, Oregon is not out of control. To be sure, there are some people who have strong feelings.
Look, he's got a green bike there as the lapel pin. He looks like a real authority.
There are some,
and he's wearing a bow tie,
who have done things that are inappropriate and unlawful. But that is the challenge of our local officials and our state officials to manage.
Yeah, but see, if the local officials and the state officials are really effing things up, that's when the federal officials come in. So take your little lapel pin. Dear God, did your mother dress you? Your mother must be 150 years old.
Not having somebody unwelcome, uninvited, and unprepared coming in to take this difficult situation.
Oh, I think they're very prepared, actually. I think they're much better prepared than you. And for those of you who think it's just people who have some strong feelings, let's look at some more footage. They just have strong feelings. Yeah. Look at those strong feelings. I brought my pool toy. Come on out, cops. Pigs. I got my juice box in my backpack and my goldfish. I'm ready to kick your butt. There's a FDHS on there. Somebody's beating a snare drum. F you, F cops, F and F yourself. You know, I was thinking about a nice vacation this summer, and I think we shouldn't let these activities take away from the beauty that is Portland. If you're considering a vacation, here's something I think that was put together by the Portland Tourism Bureau.
Portland, Oregon is located in the northwestern United States, where the Willamette and Columbia rivers meet. Downtown Portland was built with pedestrians in mind, so you could easily walk the Central District to take in the city's architecture, parks, and fountains at your own pace. The heart of the city is the amphitheater on Pioneer Courthouse Square.
There's a lot of those people with a strong feeling.
It's the place everyone keeps coming back to after browsing galleries, shopping, and sightseeing. Do bring an umbrella because showers are very common, although there's plenty of sunshine to enjoy in the summer. This is also a great spot for people watching on a lazy afternoon.
There's some people.
In the middle of all this natural beauty sits Portland. More than just a place to stop and smell the roses, this is a place to truly experience the laid-back atmosphere and splendor of the great Northwest.
Look at there. The people are so polite, they go to pick you up after you've been hit by a car. It's Portland. It's Portland. Love me some Portland. Yeah. Hold on, I got another Portland thing here. Oh yeah, this is great. This is a bunch of Antifa members. They're just expressing their strong feelings as they rob an Amazon store. I want you to look at this This is like a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome scene. Justice for Floyd, no justice, no peace. Black Lives Matter. It says, it's matter, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna go break into the Amazon store now because. Well, there are phones in there and stuff, and they're just using this as an excuse to loot. Yeah. Little douchebags need their butts kicked. Bye, little douchebags. Bye, little douchebags. Bye. Oh, this is pretty funny. A friend of mine named Neil Zarin, he came up with this the other day. He shared it online. They've been talking about changing the Washington Redskins name, and he said you don't need to change the name at all. Just do this. There you go. Make them into the Washington Redskins because there are red potatoes. Okay? Red potatoes. There are white potatoes, but those are bad. McDonald's serves white potatoes. I don't want to say anything, but they do. But you kind of wonder about what about the brown potatoes? What are we doing with the brown potatoes? Right? Are we discriminating against the brown potatoes? The Yukon Gold potatoes, those are kind of like Caucasoid potatoes. You don't eat those. Those are racist potatoes. But anyway, there you go. There's your solution, the Washington Redskins. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Donald Trump said if Major League Baseball takes a knee, he is out. And here's what they did 2 days ago. They took a knee. Here's the San Francisco Giants. Stop it! And a whole bunch of them were there. And now I've been told that they can wear a Black Lives Matter, like an armband. And so I'm done with them. F them. That's what I say about Major League Baseball. I'm saying that about professional football, NBA, right there. You can order all of these. These are T-shirts and hats and stuff that you can buy. You just go to tpublic.com, conservatives. You can get all of these. There's literally like 100 designs there. Okay. There's I'll start listening when you stop burning shit with the Blue Lives Matter flag. There's I am hashtag done with the NBA. There is hashtag done with the NFL. And we're going to do hashtag done with the MLB. All right. So all of those are right there. And I'll post the link, and you can order them on T-shirts or sweatshirts or hoodies or whatever, and they're all there. And, if you're done, and I'm done, there you go. Jimmy and Craig and Ben. Hello, Ben, my friend. Thank you for joining me. And Dave and Whit and Robert and John and all you guys. Wow, a lot of people watching. Do appreciate it. And please share if you would. And Ronald, thank you. Ron's laughing his ass off. And Keith and Norm and Travis and Ron and Brenda and Julia. Please share on social media. My show is on Newsmax this weekend. Rob Carson's What in the World? Did you see? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do Kanye West, but honestly, screw Kanye West. He's a nutbag. Nutbag. This is pretty funny. This happened in Florida, of all places. A woman decided she was going to steal a big screen TV at a Walmart. Walked out. Seriously, she walked out in broad daylight with this in her cart. Okay, she's just going to walk right out. Didn't pay. Just walked right out to the parking lot. There she is. There she is. Yeah. So she got out to her car. Apparently, she couldn't get the TV into her car in time, so she got away with some sundry toiletries and grocery items. I'm assuming a lot of chips, very fatty food, maybe Twinkies. Anyway, and she did not get away with the television. Apparently, there she is. Oh, she's pretty. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty, and she looks happy. See, this is what happens when you go to loot a store because you've heard that like there's going to be a looting, and you're the only person who shows up. You go to the wrong store, and you're like, well, what am I going to do? Like, nobody's here to loot. Well, I'm going to go ahead and loot. I mean, what the hell, right? I'm going to go ahead and loot. This is what happens when you try to loot when nobody else shows up. And it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing. You're like, well, I was looking on social media, and they said to meet me at the Walmart on 135th, and son of a gun, if I didn't go to the one on 153rd, might as well take the TV, see what happens. Okay? Yeah. I don't know who she is. They haven't caught her yet. So a girl is going back to college at Notre Dame, and things are weird on college campuses, and I think kids should go back to school. And I've been unfriended by people who, who just are so offended that I think that kids should go back to school, even though there's not one case anywhere of a child giving a teacher coronavirus. It's not happening. It's a joke. Less than 1% of the United States population has had the coronavirus. 99.4% of people survive it. Okay? So this is all nonsense. Do I want to get it? No, I don't want to get it. It makes you sick. Makes you sick. She's going back to Notre Dame, and she took a video of the dining hall, and this is the new social distance dining hall. She put some music behind it, and this is creepy as hell. I think I'm going to skip dinner tonight. I think I'm just going to go back to the dorm room, maybe order a socially distanced Papa John's pizza. Okay, the music makes it really creepy. Really creepy. You see the Burger King, they're going to start feeding the cattle that they buy lemongrass to keep the cows from farting because cow methane, is causing global warming. They did a song here. This kid is very talented. But it is also a little step-ferdy. Little brainwashed children singing the joys of cows eating lemongrass so they don't fart. And, of course, he walks out from the butt of a cow through brown doors. That's classic. Kid is talented.
When cows fart and burp and splatter, well, it ain't no laughing matter. They're releasing methane every time they
That's one stinky studio.
And then methane from the ring goes up to the atmosphere and pollutes our planet warming in you. Yes, and methane that passes the greenhouse gas that
Now it gets kind of creepy.
trap the sunlight and change our climate too.
I'm kind of surprised we don't have to wear those in public.
Gee, is it hot in here, or is it just me? So to change our emissions, Burger King went on a mission, testing diets that would help reduce their farts.
Isn't propaganda fun?
That's a start. And now there ain't no question that it's helping our suggestion, adding plant and grass so they can play their part. Reducing methane, and the scientists have proven that it works. Reducing methane.
Yeah, I just wanted a cheeseburger. Can I just get a cheeseburger? Just want a Whopper. I just want a Whopper. I'd be more concerned with the gas that's passed by humans who eat Burger King the very next day. That's what I'm worried about, really, to be quite honest. Yeah. Oh, I did have one of their Beyond Meat breakfast sandwiches the other day. It was a sausage sandwich, and it was quite tasty. It was quite tasty. Only a couple more stories, kids. Couple more stories. This is pretty funny. This is a kid apparently ordered an Amazon something. Mom was there, and Mom let him order something. And, Lynn Staffieri of Magnolia, Delaware, was a little baffled when she saw the video on her Ring doorbell. Apparently, they have these special instructions when you order something from Amazon. Do you have any special instructions for the driver, like to cover it? Somebody the other day, they put it under a doormat, and it was like this big, and they just put the doormat on top. It was very funny. So this kid decided to leave special instructions with the packaging. He wanted the driver as one of the as one of the special instructions to knock 3 times on the door and then say abracadabra and then run away. And the driver did it. The driver did it. Here it is. This is funny.
Abracadabra!
There she goes. Oh, that's funny. I'm going to have to do something. I'll have them, do some jumping jacks or just for the hell of it, just see what they'll do. Yeah, Travis, don't tell them about Taco Bell. I know, brother. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about methane. I'm gonna wrap things up with this last video. Before I go, I do appreciate you joining me tonight, and I apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning of the broadcast. I will edit this, and I will post it so you can all see it without all the crap in front of it, all right? So this is a guy, his name is Ryan Long. He's really funny. I got in touch with him on social media. He's kind of a political satirist. He tends to skew, I guess, a little libertarian-leaning conservative, and he had a very funny video that I played the other day, and I wanted to play his latest offering. It's really, it's really good. He's right in that generation, the millennial generation, and he understands the idiocy of this social justice crap. So without further ado, here is Ryan Long's new video.
Me and Brad first met. I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jake, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jake, you owe me a Coke.
Isn't it amazing how woke people and racist people both are racist?
Hey, tell me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree.
This is absolutely fantastic. That all these woke people are as or more racist than the woke or than the racist people. This is spectacular.
It is allegedly white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Ugh, you know that taco place is white owned?
White people should be making white foods, like crap macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
This is very smart.
We just kicked the guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in. Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't
I think he's talking about the Jews.
consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
Nice, Ryan.
But we're still cool with interracial cucking, right?
Yeah, as long as you pay for it. Sex work should be celebrated.
There you go. Bravo, Ryan. Really, really funny stuff. Okay. Keith says you need to do an hour-long show on Newsmax. Keith, I couldn't agree more. I'd like to do a nightly show. How would that be? Okay. Time for me to go. Order a shirt. Order a hoodie. I'm hashtag done with the NFL. Nah. With regard to masks. Okay. Let's move on. That hasn't been banned yet. That's pretty cool. I'll start listening when you stop burning shit. There you go. I got a T-shirt. I got that one on there because I support the police. I do. Hashtag done with the NBA. They're done with the Major League Baseball's coming. We're working on it. And then, of course, hashtag done with the NFL. All of that's on there. Okay. Please share this broadcast on social media with other people. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Rob Carson Show. I'm doing this on my own, and I would really appreciate your help. If you get a chance to watch my show on Newsmax TV, it's on noon and 5 on Saturday Eastern Standard Time, and it is again on noon on Sunday. And hopefully, maybe someday I'll have a late night TV show. Wouldn't that be cool? Have a glorious evening, guys. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.